We going? Yeah, we're going. All right, guys. Vanity alert. We're not going to be vain here on our show. We don't accept that sort of thing. Vanity. We don't accept that sort of thing. I told you yesterday. I made the videos that I made. We're here now in Canaveral. I saw a rocket go off last night, but I was too slow to get the camera. But that's okay. Well, we are already in the preparedness. I've already found the website that there was supposed to be one that was supposed to go off at 3 o'clock this afternoon, but it didn't go off. I don't know. It's all right. We got their schedule now, so we will catch them. Well, I said that I was going to tell you a story about when I was in the Navy before they handed me my hat. My home port was Norfolk, Virginia. This isn't going to be a short video. It's going to take me a few minutes to tell you this. Our home port was Norfolk, Virginia, and we went in there and they rearmed us because we needed to be rearmed. We needed to be rearmed, and so they did. Well, while we were there, the enlisted club there in Norfolk is pretty rough. All the bar stools were made out of steel. They were out of steel. And that's because, you can sew up a head, some little thread, whatever, and, but a bar stool you got to replace, so they just made them out of metal, and we would all, bash each other with them. So it wasn't really a fun spot sometimes. So a group of us would go, we'd get like 5, 6 of us, whatever, and we would split a taxi cab ride up to Newport News, Virginia, which is the next town, I believe, north of Norfolk there. And there's a big army base there. And I can't remember the name of the army base for the life of me. It was so many years ago. But anyway, we would go there. We would just split the cab fare. Now, I'm like 17 years old. Okay, I'm like 17 years old. Right? So we go into this army base there in Newport News. We get into the base, no problem with our IDs. We're wearing civilian clothes so we don't look like squids. And we go into the enlisted club, whatever, and we're sitting down. Now this enlisted club, it's kind of set up like a German brothel. It's all picnic tables. It's all picnic tables, like those big 500-pound picnic tables that you put in parks and stuff. Anyway. So it was like me and one of my buddies was sitting on one side of the table, and 2 or 3 sitting on the other over there, and we're all just shooting the breeze, drinking beer, and trying to keep low key. Maybe we can get a dance with an army girl, or who knows, a nurse or something. And all of a sudden, all these army guys come and sit down with us at the table, and this one guy sits down right across the table from me. And then just starts spouting all this army lingo, army this, army that, that army lingo, I don't know what this guy's talking about, and of course I'm trying not to let on I'm a squid, so I'm just kind of nodding my head like, yeah. And after about 10 minutes of this thing leans over the table. Is it, you want to dance? Excuse me? You want to dance? And I looked real hard. And it was wearing one of those, remember back in the 80s, because this was back in the 80s, early 80s, those trucker jackets that were all puffy and didn't have sleeves, like Back to the Future, what that kid wore, wear one of those. And I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm not, because I'm starting to realize this is a woman. But I ask her anyway. I'm like, are you a guy or a girl? Well, I'm a girl. And then I really started laughing. Oh man, it was so funny. I was so laughing, man. I just couldn't believe how funny this was. I'm 17 years old. I never seen anything like that before. I mean, this is the most hysterical thing I ever saw. And it was funny, for a little bit there until Godzilla, and that's what I'm going to call her, reaches over, grabs that, because we're sitting at the end of the table, and she grabs the end of the table and she slides the whole fucking thing with one arm. All the beers are falling down, and I'm still laughing, because I can't believe she just did that. But now the laughing stopped because there wasn't a 500-pound table between the two of us anymore. She looked kind of mad. So I did what any white-blooded American naval U.S. Navy personnel would do. I dove under the table that was behind me and started crawling under tables. Holy shit, man. All you men that got your short hairs pulled out, I apologize. This is what she did, man. As I'm crawling under the tables, trying to get away from Godzilla, King Kong, whatever, every time she would see somebody at the table go, oh, what's going on? She would grab my... And she... Finally, I make it to the front door, and I bolt out the front door, and there's a row of taxi cabs, and there's one, the back window's down, and I dove into that one, and I just, drive. She goes, what, drive where? I just drive, dude. And then, of course, the brawl spilled out, the brawl that I had started in this army base. Spilled out the door. And the driver, the taxi cab driver, goes, oh, I see, he took off, and yeah, I left all my friends behind. They were dead already, as far as I was concerned. There was no saving them. Had I, not gotten away, I would be dead myself. I did what had to be done. Come back to fight another day. That's what I'm saying. That's valor. Valor. I'm trying to go in that valor. All right. Anyway, that happened to me when I was in the Navy. Love the one you're with, guys. Love the one you're with. I'll holler at you later.